There are few things more familiar than your own phone. It's always within reach, always connected, always predictable. You know its sounds, its vibrations, the way it lights up in the dark. It's one of the few objects in your life that feels completely under your control, but that sense of control disappears the moment it does something you didn't make it do. Marcus Hale never thought twice about his phone. It was just another part of his routine, something he relied on without thinking. Messages, calls, notifications, everything worked exactly as expected. There were no surprises, no glitches, nothing unusual. Until one night, just after 2 a.m., his phone rang. The sound cut through the silence of his room, sharp and sudden. Marcus stirred slightly, half awake, reaching blindly toward his nightstand. His eyes barely opened as he grabbed the phone, expecting to see a name, a number, something familiar. Instead, the screen displayed something that made him pause. The call was coming from his own number. For a moment, he thought he was still dreaming. He blinked, focusing on the screen, expecting it to correct itself, but it didn't. The number was clear, unmistakable. It was his. Marcus sat up slowly, the last traces of sleep fading. His first instinct was to laugh it off. A glitch, a network error, something technical that didn't mean anything. That had to be it. Still, he hesitated before answering. Then, out of curiosity more than anything else, he accepted the call. He didn't say anything at first. He just listened. For a few seconds, there was nothing but silence. No static, no background noise. Nothing to suggest there was anyone on the other end. Then he heard it, breathing, soft, steady, and unmistakably real. Marcus frowned, pulling the phone slightly away from his ear, as if that would somehow change what he was hearing. He waited for a voice, for words, for anything that made sense. Instead, the breathing continued, slow, measured, almost calm. "Hello?" he said finally, his voice quiet. The breathing stopped, and for a moment there was complete silence. Then very softly, he heard his own voice. "Don't hang up." Marcus froze. The words were clear, not distorted, not delayed. It sounded exactly like him. The same tone, the same rhythm, the same subtle inflection, but he hadn't said it. His grip on the phone tightened slightly as his mind tried to catch up. It had to be a recording. That was the only explanation that made sense. Some kind of loop, maybe triggered accidentally, something stored on his phone. "That's not funny," he said, more to himself than anything else. There was a brief pause. Then the voice spoke again. "You shouldn't have answered." This time it sounded closer, not louder, just closer. Marcus pulled the phone away from his ear again, staring at the screen as if expecting to see something different. But the call was still active. The timer was counting up normally. Everything looked exactly as it should, except for the fact that he was listening to himself. "Who is this?" he asked, his voice more tense now. No response. Just silence. Then the call ended. Marcus sat there for a moment, staring at the phone in his hand. The room felt different now, quieter. He checked his call log immediately, scrolling through the recent calls. There it was, an incoming call from his own number. Duration, 47 seconds. No missed details, no errors. It had actually happened. He shook his head, trying to clear the unease building in his chest. There had to be an explanation. Phones could be spoofed, numbers could be duplicated. It wasn't impossible. Still, something about it didn't sit right. The voice, the timing, the way it had spoken before he could fully process what was happening. Marcus placed the phone back on the nightstand and lay down again, though sleep didn't come easily after that. Every small sound in the room felt louder, more noticeable. The silence between them felt heavier. Eventually, he drifted off. The next day passed without incident, but the memory of the call stayed with him. He checked his phone more often than usual, scrolling through settings, looking for anything that might explain what had happened. But everything seemed normal. No unknown apps, no suspicious activity, nothing. By the time night came again, I'd almost convinced myself it was just a glitch. Until my phone rang again at exactly 2 a.m. Incoming call from my own number. I let it ring 3 times before it stopped, and a voicemail appeared. My own voice, strained and urgent, warning me that it's already inside and doesn't need the phone anymore. When it calls again, I must not answer. The phone rang again, louder, more insistent, until it suddenly stopped. Then I heard the breathing again, not from the phone, but from somewhere behind me, and I realized the call had never been coming from my phone. It's Mythic Murmurs.